by the power of Grayskull.
Hello, this is just a quick review for Fallout 76. I'm a bit of a latecomer to this party because I played Fallout 3 and I played Fallout 4. I didn't play Las Vegas, and then when this came out, because it was so buggy and glitchy at the beginning, I just thought, oh, I can't be bothered with it. So I thought, fuck it, and I didn't bother with it, and then I totally forgot about it, and then I've got it for free this month on the PlayStation Plus Essential, so I thought, fuck it, I'm gonna have a look and see what it's like. And it's been ages since I played Fallout 4. I mean, I played that when it first came out, so that was a while ago. So it's basically the same game. If you've played Fallout before, then it's all going to be very familiar to you. But it's just basically like a survival game, MMO kind of RPG, whatever. You just got a big free map to walk around in. This is for people who have never played Fallout before. And you do quests, and it's like a nuclear Fallout, basically. After like a nuclear war, it's like a wasteland. Everything's got radiation. All the food and the water's contaminated. All the animals and the plants and everything's all been contaminated. I think it's 2146. I think that's the year. So, you know, it's about 120 years into the future, and it's like everything's fucked, everything's like toxic and radiated, and you know what I mean. But it's good because you basically, this is just a bit where you build your own base, and it's absolutely massive, the base building on this. I mean, if you look on YouTube, you can see some of the creations people have made. Absolutely ridiculous, like big castles and God knows what else. But this is just a part of the mission. I'm having to build a couple of things, and then I got sidetracked, like just looking at the stuff that was available. But it's a game where you join the map, and the new thing about this one is that they've incorporated it whereas Fallout 3 and Fallout 4 were one players only, whereas this is like an online multiplayer map. So there's other real life players on the same map as you. You can trade with them, you can fight them, you can do missions together. So that's how they've changed it. That's what's different about 76. But apart, so it's basically just Fallout multiplayer online. You can play it a one player, like I have been playing. You know, you still play it as a one player if you want. But I have seen on YouTube, people have said that there's at least 4 main bosses, like big massive bosses, and it's better if you're with other people to help you fight those. You can do them by yourself, but it's just easier if you're with people, and you can join squads and different teams and stuff anytime you want. And even though if you join a squad, you're not then obligated to like do things as a squad. It's just you collect RP as a collective, all 4 of you together. And they said one way that you can farm the RP is especially if you're lower levels, if you join a squad and say there's a person on level 100, if you follow them and wait until they go into a building or a room, they'll spawn in high level bad guys. All you have to do is get 1 bullet shot on each of the enemies, and when the level 100 guy kills them, you get the RP for the level 100 spawned in bad guys. So it's a way to level up really quickly, because the enemies are on the same level as you. If you're on level 2, the enemies are on level 2. So that's a way to do it. And the same with those big bosses. If you just get 1 shot, 1 bullet shot in on the big boss, then the game recognizes that you're in the fight, and when everybody else kills the big boss, you get the RP rewards. But I don't really want to fast travel through my RP. I don't see the point to have everything unlocked straight away. I mean, that's the whole point of the game, isn't it? So I'm happy just to play through. I'm just going to have the most basic shelter, the most basic everything. I really can't be bothered with building a huge, massive settlement and getting vendors to come down and have their shops at my settlement and all that bollocks, and turrets and, you know, the amount of generators and that you've got to have, and the crops and everything. I just can't be fucked on with that because I've done it a lot in Fallout 4. So the fact it's a part of this as well, it's just it's so much work and it takes hours and hours. So I really can't be fucked on. So I'm just gonna try and do as minimal work as possible in that respect. I'm happy just to search for food and stuff instead of trying to farm my own food to, you know, to just get the RP and everything else and all these supplies and stuff. I'm not bothered. I'm just going to crack on with the story missions and just play the game as intended. But there is a potential here to play the game for hours and hours unlimited, really. I mean, the amount of, like, you've seen a couple of the options for what you can build, but it goes into ridiculous detail. Where you can get like light and fixture fittings, you can put wallpaper up, you can get carpets and rugs, and you can, not everything looks fucked. You can make your house look really nice, but again, it's just grinding the world to get the materials and the resources in order to like craft all this stuff. But I'm just going for a very minimalistic playthrough. I'm just gonna like bare bones it and just try and play through with as little shit as possible. But I like how it's set in this post-nuclear war setting, you know, that kind of thing. I think it's easier for the game developers to make a building that's half disintegrated than it is to have it fully rendered. So it's a bit of a cop-out having it post-apocalyptic, because then everything's all fucked and buildings are only half built and everything's all ruined. But I suppose you've got to put the degradation and, like, you know, all the detail of deterioration takes up just as much time as it does to render a full building full of, you know, amazing graphics and detail. So I'm not really sure. I just think that Fallout's always been a good game. It's always had a good premise. And you can play in first person or third person if you want. You know, so I don't really want to go into the VATs and everything about Fallout, because Fallout's been out long enough now where if you're interested in that, I really don't want to have to try and explain the way Fallout works. But just the main gist of this video that I've got, because I've only played it for a couple of hours yesterday, is that it's the online side of it that they're trying to promote on this. People working together in teams or squads, I think they're called. And then, you know, you can work together and do objectives and stuff together. You can build your own bases, like I said. You can choose to trade with people, or you can choose to fight people. I think they've got a good system where if somebody tries to attack you who's a higher level than you, you'll not really engage in contact with them if you don't fire back. But as soon as you start shooting back at them, then the computer thinks that you're engaging in combat and you'll take full damage. Whereas if you just ignore them, they'll be shooting you, but they'll hardly be taking any damage off you until you shoot back. So, you know, it's a good way. It stops people from trolling you. But most people are friendly on this community, I've found. I mean, I had literally been playing the game, I had been on the map. By the time you get out the vault, I was on the free roam map for about 15 seconds before somebody, I think it was a level 18, came up to us and he gave us a couple of stim packs and he gave us some stuff, you know, because he's obviously got shitloads of materials and I had absolutely nothing. So he was willing to, like, just give us stuff for free, which was nice. So, you know, I was put off because I thought, I'd rather play single player than actually play online. Because I want to take it at my own pace. I don't want anybody fucking intervening with what I'm doing. You can rob people's bases and take all the loot and stuff, and rob the machines, like the refinery machines and stuff, which I don't like. You can't put locks on them, but still, I'd rather not have to deal with that at all, really, instead of having to prevent it. Yeah, so the map's quite big. I think on the footage, because I'm not playing at the moment, this is recorded footage, so I think I'll have a look at the map in a minute. But as you can see, you can craft all your own stuff. It's just like the old Fallout. You can craft all your own gear, and I'm sure you can put buffs on it later on. You do get a buff system. Again, it's just typical Fallout stuff, you know, the cards. For strength, intelligence, charisma, agility, stuff like that. So you get different buffs as you find them through the game, and that's what helps you level up your character. But you obviously want to put more like invest more perk points into the kind of character that you want to be. If your game style is where you'd rather sneak around and stealth kill everybody or shoot them from a long way with a sniper rifle kind of thing, that's, you want to start putting your perks into those kind of strengths where you're getting, you know, 30% extra damage with sniper rifles and stuff like that. Or do you want to be somebody who just goes in with a baseball bat that's got barbed wire wrapped around it, and you just like make a tank build where you've got loads of health and armor and you've just got really powerful melee weapons, that kind of thing? Or do you just want to be a jack of all trades? I mean, that's the good thing about it. You do get to decide how to play. And this, see that paper bag, that was where I got killed last time. I was killed off somebody, and you have to go back and pick all your stuff up. So you've got to make sure you do that, but it does show you on the map where you need to go. And another good thing, even though I'm overcome now with you know, stuff, I'm carrying too much, you can still walk and run, but it uses up your agility points. See there on the right hand side, see how it's wearing down there? That's your agility, and then you've got your health points on the other side. But so even if you are overcumbered with stuff, you still can walk around. It's not like the old days where you're literally doing little baby steps and it takes you forever to walk anywhere. You know, and you can bulk things up. So say you've got 10 adhesives or 10 bits of plastic or something like that, you can bulk it up into one package which weighs less and it's easier to carry and store. So they have improved the way it handles. And as you can hear, there's gunshots going off. There's other people on this map fighting baddies and fighting each other. So I had literally just started the game in this footage, so I'm still wearing my Vault 76 outfit with my party hat and everything. So I had literally just started. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I just wanted to try and get my bearings, because like I said, I hadn't played Fallout for a good, like, since Fallout 4 first came out, so however many years that was. So I was a bit rusty with what I needed to do. And if you look on the map, I mean, if you zoom out, you can see how big the map is, and also there's different parts of the map. You see how this map's green? Well, if you go to the red bits, then it's like full of radiation, you know, and it's like you get radiation. That's a expedition. That's where you help other people, or there's 4 people per team, and you can just click it, and then it'll show you where to go on the map, and you have like a squad objective, so you can jump in and out of them at any time. But yeah, they're like, I didn't zoom out far enough there, but over to the right there's like radiation is prevalent, so you need to be able to prepare before you go into that kind of place. But you've got to make a camp. You know, the map is quite big. If you look at it, that's where I need to head to find out where that key opens, because I found a key. And I like the way the map's set out as well. It's not as punishing. The other map from Fallout 4, loads of things were on the map, loads of little dots and things to go and see and do, and it was a bit overwhelming. Whereas this one, they've really simplified the map, and they've really simplified the way the objectives work. Like now there's a yellow square on anything that's an objective, so whenever you're looking and browsing through the map, you can see things that you need to do. See there two other people's camps, so you can visit other people's camps, you know, and trade with them, because obviously some people's camps are amazing. They've got like vendor machines and they've got all sorts there. And also if you wanted to go and steal the crops or try and break into the safe or whatever you want to do, you can try that, you know. But I don't really want to play as a hostile person, because I don't really know what I'm doing yet. So I think I'll wait until I'm onto like level 25 or something before I start playing like that. But again, it's a big massive open map. You've got to watch what you're doing. You can't just run around, because there's like mutants and zombies, and there's like mutant dogs and radiated like moles and rats and stuff, and plus there's like drones and robots that are driving around, super mutants and stuff like that. So it's like The Last of Us or Days Gone or something like that, where you're just creeping around, you're looking for things to pinch and trade and craft, and you're trying to survive in a radiation Fallout. Basically, it's great. If you like Fallout any of the Fallout titles, you will like this. And it's free to download this month, so you may as well get it, basically.
Name's G-Day, by the
And that's
way.
it, really. So go out and download it as soon as you can while it's free. So that's it. See you there.
You are a smelly pirate hooker.